Hello, welcome to the video. Yay, at last, huh? Yeah, right. So there has been some problems with the whole Norway thing. So I clue you in as soon as I get this rod in the pod. Okay, yeah. So we get this guy settled in. So we talk about the rods, the rigs, and all that kind of stuff after the update. Okay, so I am here now. As perhaps some of you might recognize this beach, because it's in a load of videos already. I am on the west coast of Denmark. I was on my way to Norway, and my car became terminally ill and I had to buy a new engine for it. Right now they are shipping an engine from Sweden to put in my car so I can continue on my journey. Hopefully the next video will be in Norway. If not, it'll be a how-to, but you know how these things go. They say 1 minute it's going to be this long and then something happens. The mechanic's arm got lost or something. Yeah, the excuses are many and rubbish. That's what I have to deal with right now. So this is what I'm doing for you today. A nice flatfish video here. But I've got it stacked against me. I got a headwind and I got a whole load of weed in the water. Right, if I catch a dab, I'll be just blessed. But anyway, fishing's fishing, as we say, right? So you can see all the weed in the water there. And it's just thick all the way up and down. Maybe you can't see it, but... So that's it, right? So wind and weed. The short angler's two favourite things, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's all the excuses done about cars breaking down, and I'll show you the rigs when they come in. Both rigs are the same right now, the Pulley X. The rods are the Abu Hellbender HS. Yeah. They're not particularly great rods, they're not particularly bad rods, they're just rods. They're a bit soft. They're nice for this type of thing on a calm day if you're fishing sinkers with no wires. The reels are the Daiwa 7HD Millionaire. Boom. Yes, do it. That's Italian for two. Baits are my blow lug, frozen blow lug. Won't fish with anything else. I'll link that video in the description. This season I'm going to do something that I've dreamt about doing for about half my life in Norway, and you're gonna have to wait till I get there until I tell you what it is exactly. I might jinx myself and not get there at all. And if all goes to plan, it'll be truly epic. Yeah. So that's it for now. Stay tuned, fish heads. I just saw a bite on the right rod, and we'll check that guy out. It's possible that I might actually catch something. Actually, it does feel like there's a fish on. Yep, we're in. We got something. Hey! Is it a flounder? Of course it is. Yep. It's a flounder. Is it double shot? Yeah, double shot. Dabs. Yes. Okay, we have something to eat too. Dabs, okay. Doubly blessed. If they're legal. They look like they're legal. Actually, they're going back if I can put them back. If they're really just normal legal size. What is it, 23 centimeters or something sinful like that? We won't have any of that. So we give them a measure and we see how we get on. Not a bad start though. You see this guy? Ah, they're too small. They're both going back. You get nothing to eat off them. So we just get the guys into the bucket there. You stop eating them stones and let them recover a little bit. So long since I've seen a fish, I couldn't tell what size they were at all. Okay, well, that's it. Let my guys there sit in the bucket for a little bit, let them recover. I'll get rebaited. I didn't expect to see a dab now at this time of the year. They're not usually around when the weed's around, so I'll take that. So I might as well show you how to bait up then. So this is the rig. I call it the Pulley X. The pulley up the top, right, and the bottom is a running ladder, just like a Wessex. Okay, so the Pulley X. There's 3 rigs in this series, and I will link the video in the description. Okay, so this is the way I fish for flatfish. Actually all fish, but not necessarily with this. I designed this flatfish hair, as I call it. It is an innovation of a South African dingle dangle, which they developed from a carp hair. Okay, so that's basically it. It's got this little clip on the end of it, and it's made out of a hook that I've bent into shape. I will link that video in the description, okay? Circle hooks, they work best with the bait below the hook. In fact, really the only way they do work successfully and reliably. This is the way it works. The fish comes along, this is nice and soft, sucks it into his face, shoots into the fish's mouth, the fish goes to swim off, and the hook sets in the corner of the fish's mouth. That's basically it. So now I'm going to show you how to bait this up. And it's really simple. This is something I have developed. It's in my first video. I spent a year developing it up to that point, and this is about as far as it's coming. It's never going to go any further than this. As far as I'm concerned, this is flatfish perfection. It does 2 things. Your hookup rate increases vastly. Also, the damage to fish decreases vastly. So that's why I fish this way. If you fish for flatfish, you know they like to eat hooks. And the bigger the bait, the further they swallow it. What I've done here is I keep the baits to a minimum. It does not hurt my catch rate at all. It's a complete myth that you need a load of worms on a hook to catch a fish. It's ridiculous. It's their job to find small pieces of food. If they didn't do it, they'd all be dead and there'd be none left. The reason why there's less fish isn't because they are no good at finding food, it's because we keep on murdering them all. So I'll show you how to bait this up. Here's one of my frozen blow lug. Right. Here's a bait needle. You take the lugworm, you leave a little bit of the head so you can get it on the hook. Just a little bit of head tag. Yes. And you just feed the needle down. If you're new to fishing, don't worry about bait needles. They're there to make your life easier. They're not really difficult or scary or anything else like that. So then you take your hook and your hair. There you go. You place the hole in the end of the bait needle onto the clip. That's it. You place the snood, the hook and the hair under tension and you just slide the bait onto it. That's it. You don't have to worry about bait stops or anything else like that anymore. Then you take the worm and you stick that bit, the head tag, over the hook just to stop it sliding down, and it keeps the bait where it should be. That's all the bait you need to catch a flatfish. So I'm going to do another one. You don't need to watch. But you can if you like. Up she goes, down she goes. That's it. And you put your head tag on. Done. There you go. So 2 dabs to start the session anyway. Let's see if we can do a bit better. So we just returned my friends here to the sea. So you can swim away, get big for me. All right, lads. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Hey. Goodbye, Mr. Dabbies. Ta-ta, lads. Swim free, brothers. See if we get another fishy. We got a fishy on the right rod, which was the left rod. I moved it over to the left because I botched up the cast. Right. We got some dabs on the left rod by the look of things. Nice big dabby bite. 100 meters, 110 meters out. It looked like you hooked a killer whale or something. Come on, lads, do it again. Anyway, there's a fish on anyway. You'll have to take my word for it. Okay. We'll go and get him. Oh yeah, nice fish. Double shot of dabs again, hopefully. Yeah, there he is. What is it? Little place, is it? Another little dab. 2 little dabs. 2 more dabs. Decent one by the look of it. Oh, wiggle, wiggle. Nice, right. So another double shot. 2 double shots. Yes, we measured this guy up. The first guy's definitely going back. The second guy looks like he might be dinner worthy. PFAS or no. He needs something to eat. So the dabs are in. Yes. So they are circle hooks, not miracle hooks, but they're not in very deep, so. There you go. Look at the bucket. Come on. He's also a little bit small, maybe. There you go. Unharmed. So we get more bait on, more fish on. Woo! So we get this cast in the water, and then we'll determine whether or not my dab friend is coming to dinner with me with the aid of a tape measure. Noise. Loads of weed moving in. No! Like mats of it. Well, still getting fish, so it doesn't really matter. As long as it doesn't pull the whole show over, just keep my eye on it. Every time I pull this out, somebody asks, where did you get that? It was a present. It's made by Rapala. You can buy them. They cost like 25 quid or something, okay? Yes, that's it. I don't have any links or anything, okay? But everybody always asks, so I'm just saying now. It's a very nice bit of kit, as people would say. So 23 centimeters is legal. I won't take anything under 27 unless it's injured. 25 or something. Okay. What we got? 26. We give him back. And his friend. Come here. There's loads of life in them anyway. But whoa. Okay. But okay. By the time June comes, they're perfect. One of the best eating fish in the sea especially when they get bigger. The Norwegian ones are nuts, right? I think my best in Norway is 48 centimeters or something like that. Close to 50 anyway. It's going to be dab mania today. You got a fish on the left rod, right rod. There you go. Did you see it on, did you? Yeah. So there's one on there too. You better go and get him as well. So I didn't expect to see the dabs today because it's quite early for dabs really. Usually when there's weed, the dabs aren't into it at all. But we might get a place today as well. So we'll get this guy. He's biting away. Dab mania. Oh yeah. We're in. Nice fish on anyway. I wonder if there's another double shot. Yeah. That'd be, what, 3 in a row? Go down and meet them. They're bouncing away. Come on lads. Full of life these dabs are. What we got? Looks like a flounder. Oh, it's a dab alright. Oh, it's a nice one, right? Okay. Best so far, right? How's that? 5 dabs. We give him a measure. Oh yeah, there he is there. What is he? Yeah, 27. So I'm gonna keep this guy. So I do this with all my fish, and it's the most humane way to deal with them. When I went in there, you saw him wriggle and all. That is it entering the fish's brain. On a normal fish between here, but because flatfish, they start off round fish, a mutation occurs and the eyes migrate over to one side of the head and they become flatfish, right? So the brain actually stays where it was before. So that's basically it. That's why you do it this way, which would be the same if his eye was over the other side of his head, like a round fish, right? That's basically what I'm saying, right? Then you give the tail a little clip like that. This helps with bleeding it as well. Pull out your spike. Looks like I'm going to be busy today. I have a video on how to do this. I'll link it in the description as well. It's more in depth than this. You get the wire, pass it down through the hole. You see him twitch now. There you go. That's it. This wire here is 0.8 and it's just big enough for dabs. This process is called ikejime. It is Japanese in origin and it comes from a time where they didn't have refrigeration and stuff like that, and it was a way that they used to stop the fish from going bad. Of course they could keep the fish cool, but they didn't have mechanical refrigeration, so the fish would stay better longer because it cuts down on bacterial growth in the flesh of the fish. Okay, and it's not difficult to do. You just watch the video. This is the most humane way to dispatch a fish of any type. It's fast, quick. If you've ever been spiked by a needle or smashed in the head with a heavy object, what would you like? Okay, think about it. Okay, get some bait on. Get some fish on! Yeah! Yes, yet another dabby bite on the left rod. Please oblige, Mr. Flat Guy. Well, yet again, I saw the bite, you didn't. So I'm going to see if there is a guy on the left rod, or is it just some weed that's settled onto it. There's quite a bit of it out here. It's quite a thumpy bite, so I'd say it was a dab in it. Alright, I'm going to have to get down here because this weed's going to cause me problems. I can feel him bouncing away down there. Braid's great. I think I got the weed now as well. Yep. Hopefully my fish doesn't come off. That's normally what happens. There he is there. It's only a little guy. Ugh. Is there 2? Yep. Another double shot. 1 flounder, 1 dab. Or is it a place? It's a place. Ah, I have a feeling one will turn up today. Only a little guy, but still. Might get some good ones. There we go. Place and a dab. They generally swim together here. Yeah, I get him right back. Yes. And this guy. There you go. Back to go. Sauce. Wow, 3 double shots. 1 dab, nice little place. Good to see at this time of the year. Goodbye, guys. Nice. Okay, the police are here. They're only a little guy, but you know, the little guys swim with the big guys too. So the place would be great. Fantastic. Thought it was a bit early, but I was wrong. So, next bait. Right, out it goes. There you go. That's all you need. That's about 130 meters. No problems. Nice shake of the rod. And into the pod. Get this one settled in. Some more fish on. I'm not joking, look. It only just hit the water, right? There's already a fish on it. Ridiculous. It's going to run off the feed I am. So I'm going to tighten up that line. That's just, yeah, this is going to get crazy. Love this beach. Oh, I'm not going to go, right? Both rods. Banging away. So I found the fish now. I know the distance now. So they're out over the second sandbank. There's 3 here. First one is bloody useless, just gravel to that point. And it's true of most beaches. This is a storm beach. If it was a surf beach, you could find fish right up to the edge up here. And sometimes you do here as well, depending on the bottom. So I found where the fish are lying right now, and the lead weights are doing the work for me. Those cone leads, they get picked up by the tide and they roll into the hollows where the fish are feeding. And it happens quite quickly here because there's quite a strong lateral current moving along here. And once they find the hollow, the lead drops out of the water column, settles in there, the fish are upon it literally in seconds here. So that's basically it. That's how you fish here anyway. And a lot of other places. A lot of these storm beaches fish the same way. And if you're new to the sport, you might be wondering why I'm not striking and why I'm not jumping on the rods. And even though there's fish biting, you just need to give them time. They got small mouths, and a lot of the time they're just hitting the rig and stuff like that. What you're seeing isn't actually them pulling at the bait, it's them hitting the rig and, you know, trying to get the bait into their mouths. Eventually they will manage it. It happens quicker with this setup I have than J hooks, but still I like to give them time anyway. If they start pulling the rod out of the stand, obviously you have to get on it. But just give them a bit of time, five minutes or so. I usually let them have like 3 say sessions of bites. Like they'll give you like rattle, they'll wait a couple of minutes, rattle, wait a couple of minutes, rattle, and then give them a lift into them. If you can't feel the weight there, move it a little bit, just leave it. And just do that for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Then take it in, check the bait, depending what the crabs are doing that day. Okay. So the right rod and the left rod are both bouncing up and down with fish on them. Oh, look at that guy, he's got a good fish on it. I might have to see if he's on or not, because that looks like a pretty decent fish. Or will I leave him? I'll leave him. So I'm going to see what's on this guy instead. I mean, like, there'll be another long one. Like, don't worry about them falling off. There's loads of them, right? Yep, we got a nice fish on here. Yeah, really nice fish. It's not very often you have to pump the rod with flatfish, but right now that's what I'm doing. Probably a double shot of dabs. Have to get them moving first of all. Get that lead weight planing, right? And then you can just like wind. But if it's a heavy fish, you have to pump the rod, otherwise you'll knacker your gear. Nice couple of dabs on here, easy. Maybe one place or something. If you're walking down to meet the fish, wind a little bit faster to keep that tension in the line. Oh, it's a nice fish. Nice one. I wonder what it is. Maybe it's a weaver. Oh, I picked up some weed. Oh, it's the weed and the dab. What have we got in the end? 2. Another double shot. Yes. Nice big dab up there. Little dab down there. Yes. Another one for the pot. Nice. Right, we get him out of there. Get the other guy back and he'll go in the pot. Anyway, goodbye. Anyway, so I got this guy dispatched, EKG made and all that kind of stuff. Yes. So that rod is now baited up, and then after I cast this one out, I'm going to take in the next one. Okay. And I'm in a hurry, so I'm just going to wash this out. Loads of distance. give it a rattle, get this thing in the pod, get the next rod in, next fish into the bucket, if it's a keeper. Scrambling, scrambling, scrambling. Yeah, we're in. Nice fish. Oh, he's thumping away. I must have picked up some weed. Yeah. Maybe I even got a fish. Oh, I got a fish too. Of course I have a fish. We got 2 fish though, so that's the question. Where's the other guy? Oh, it's a little dab. Right. I'll just pop him back right now. Don't do that. Okay. Goodbye. Ta-ta, buddy. Get some more bait on this guy. The big one must have come off because I was messing around with the other rod. Anyway, loads of weed. Lovely. I don't mind if there's weed and fish. Just weed and no fish is no fun. So I got this one rebaited. There it goes. Nice. So there is lots of fish out there tonight, and unfortunately there is rafts of weed all the way up and down, making my life quite difficult. But there's a lot of fish. They're not that great, but they're not that bad either. So I started this session with 30 worms. You really don't need much more than that if you fish this way. 1 worm per hook. Saves you a lot of money, saves you a lot of time as well, and it catches a lot of fish, as you can see. I'm not like 5-6 lugworm up a line here or anything like that. Just 1 lugworm per hook, catching plenty of fish. Something for people to think about. I was once that guy, 3-4 lugworm on a hook, 8 on a cast or whatever, or maybe 4 on a cast, depending on the size of the worms. I didn't catch as many fish as I do now, and I used a lot more bait. And if you're paying for it, that's expensive these days. And the fish are biting like crazy. This one just went in the water. Like, we're going to take in the left rod. There is a fish on it. Yeah, there's a fish on. Decent fish. He was quick, that guy. The weed is really hampering bite detection here. Yeah, little guy. Stayed with it. Right, he'll go back. Well, not too many big fish, but plenty of okay ones. Apart from that guy, he's bloody useless. I've seen the bites, but I can't tell when it starts, when it stops because of the weed. The weed keeps on bumping the line. It looks a lot like fish today. But fishing's fishing, right? So I've brought in the last 3 casts. It's just been weed. The fish are coming off because or not getting on the hook, or I'm missing the bites or whatever because of the weed. It's very misleading. And so I've retired 1 rod. Right. I'm just going to focus on this guy. I just got a handful of worms left. I'm just going to fish them out. Still biting away. Oh, bloody hell. Huge bite. I keep on missing them every time. I'm going to talk to you and maybe you can see that jumping up and down or not. There you go, yeah. There you go. See what I mean? Huge bites. I'm going to get them. Yep. Oh yeah, it's a nice fish. It might actually be a weaver fish. He is jumping around. Maybe it's a place. Here he comes surfing. Is that it? That little guy? No. Can't have been just him. Well, some bite for that guy, right? Yeah, we get him back as well. The flatfish fishing here is going to be mental this year, I can tell, if it's already like that now. Woohoo! Goodbye! So I'll get more bait on and we'll fish on you! I'm going to make this the last cast. These are the last worms. Okay, stay tuned. So, yes, the last fish is biting. Please oblige, last fish. There you go. Right on cue. How polite of him. Or her. Don't try to. So I'm gonna give it a tug and see if the thug is on. Well, he's all the way over there, so this is the best bit of the tide when it starts this. But the weed is mental. Yeah, he's on. Yep. Oh, it's a nice fish. If it's a nice fish, he's coming with me. Have to eat as well. I mean, they've been eating me worms all day. Like, it's only fair that I eat a few of them, right? Equal opportunity. Here he comes. Are you kidding me, man? Is that it? That guy? Oh, there's another one too. Okay, double shot to end with. Is that a place? Oh, it's a big dab though. Yep. Okay, that guy's definitely coming with me. That's the guy who was giving it the rock and roll there. Look at the size of him. Okay, nice stand on. Let me get that little guy back in the sea. You're not going anywhere, buddy. Goodbye. He'll be alright. Ah, this guy. Anyway, he is dinner. So that's the end of the session. Hope you liked the video. Right? Wherever you are in the world, remember, I'll be somewhere else the next time. See you on the beach. Bye.